Hey yo, what's good? And welcome back to my channel. I have a cold right now, so my voice does sound a bit deep. But anyway, like I said, this YouTube channel is going to be based on people's questions and so forth. So I have a question in Japanese from someone. Don't know who it is, but the question is, 日本語話せるようにまでの苦労とかどんな感じで学んで行ったか知りたい. I think in English, they would like to know how I learned Japanese and what kind of struggles did I have to overcome, I think. But yeah. So in regards to how I started learning Japanese, I would say it was back when I was in London. I used to watch a lot of anime, which helped with the pronunciation. Obviously not fluent, but it helped a lot. I also learned a lot of Japanese words, which I shouldn't use, but ありがとう、すいません、おいてめえとか、お前さっきなんつったとか、うるせえんだよみたいな。So yeah, I learned a lot of bad words, as you do when you learn a new language. But yeah, I would say that's the start of my Japanese learning adventure. So from then, I then decided to start learning how to write the language. So I started learning how to write hiragana and katakana. No particular reason. I couldn't read. I didn't really understand how to use it, but I was just practicing it just to practice, you know? And that, again, in itself was like just more motivation to want to learn more. So then obviously I moved to Japan. I spent my first month or so sightseeing, then I ended up getting the job. Now, every break, every free time I had, I was just studying. And the way I went about studying was I would take, for example, a specific grammar point. I would learn it. Whether or not I could use it or not, I would just learn it and I would just try and write sentences in regards to my life. Now, even if I wasn't able to fully grasp and understand that grammar point, I studied to a point where if someone were to speak to me and I were to hear it, I would be able to understand it. And then from there, I'll just be able to copy them and just put it in my daily life. So that was like the biggest way I ended up learning the language. I used to use stuff like Maggie Sensei, I think is a website, use apps, but outside of that, obviously I met people, I spoke when I could. If I didn't know any Japanese, I'd obviously revert to English, but when I had the chance, when I needed to, I would just speak Japanese. So again, that helped me improve a lot more. So in regards to hardships and difficulties, I think even till today, the most frustrating and difficult thing is not being able to read kanji. Now, I say this because, for example, in English, you might not know a word. You might not know how to pronounce it, but you can read it. A, B, C, D, E, F, have you, what not. But on the flip side, in Japanese, if you cannot read that kanji, then it's practically impossible to search to find out what that word means. Obviously, you have Google Translate and stuff that you can take pictures and translate words. But other than that, it's just very, very difficult to understand some words. So I think, again, even till today, that's the thing I struggle with the most. And I just hate kanji in general. So that's how I learned Japanese in a nutshell. And one of the difficulties that I have. Obviously, there are other difficulties, but it's not that deep. I mean, not to say I'm perfect, but it's not worth mentioning. Anyway, I hope I answered your question. I'm sorry that it's all in English, but hopefully you understand. Alright, so thank you guys for stopping by. I should actually hit the bed right now. It's 3:22. I should be resting. I'm super dead. But yeah, thank you. Any comments, questions, whatever, just feel free. And yeah, take care. Peace.